let's do a quick clap. I want to see what our delay's like.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Oh, that was the same fucking time.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I was gonna make a dumb joke about welcome back to I want to make a joke about tech and change it with bandecfolks and something that rhymes, and I don't think there's anything.
Whatever it is, it won't be good, I don't think.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Welcome back to bandecfolks, guys. Welcome back. I said it twice, and I don't know why. Phill is back out on tour. He's left me high and dry. I didn't know what to do, so I've called in help, guys. I have Kyle Fisher on the show. Here he is. Big cheer. I'm adding in applause. We're adding in cheers. Kyle's the guitarist of Sinner, and basically a lifelong friend of me and Phil's. I think we met at a show.
Yeah, I think it was a Silverstein show, actually. I don't know.
Or
Two Knives, or maybe it was a Two Knives and Silverstein show.
That's a funny bill.
Yeah, because I remember my first show was Silverstein. They played here a lot, so I think it was that. Yeah,
I think Alana introduced us.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and we became little homies running around shortly after.
Yeah, the MySpace days.
Oh yeah, yeah, buddy. World. So I was going to watch this with Phill, and I wanted to save it because we both really like this band. But I'm sick of waiting. So fuck you, Phill. Don't know what to tell you. We are taking a look at Klokwise's newest music video for their song DGAF. Some context for you. Klokwise is a very true nu metal revival band from Toronto. There's a lot of bands nowadays that are taking elements of nu metal, like Fox Lake, something like that, for example, and incorporating it into a more hardcore thing. This feels truly nu metal. You know how there's bands like Sangwabog or whatever they're called, where it's where it's clearly metal written by dudes who like hardcore.
Yeah.
This is the nu metal equivalent of that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of bands try to do the nu metal thing, and it comes off a bit, not great. I remember, I think the one band that did it really, really well was, I don't know if you ever listened to My Ticket Home. They were like a screamo attack synth metalcore band, like a Warped Tour band, and then they kicked out 5 members and went down to 4 members in the band, and they just straight up did this rock nu metal thing, and it was so sick. And they've been not doing things for a while now, I think, but that was one of the few bands that I think nailed it.
To be honest, I haven't heard anything quite as pure.
Nice.
As the first couple Klokwise songs that came out. So I'm really stoked on this band. This band is Offleash affiliated as well, if you know that crew in Brampton right now.
Okay.
Mile End guys, Dear God, Blood Wraith is part of that, Dear Evangeline, there's a really cool scene going on in Brampton. I lived there a few years ago. I would have never guessed that there was a thriving hardcore and punk scene in Brampton, but it's there and it rules. Those bands, there's a lot of good stuff coming out of Brampton right now.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had a good time in Brampton, so that's surprising, but I know all these bands and I know that they're all awesome, so
yeah,
except for I don't know Klokwise, but
I lived in Brampton for 5 years, and I too don't think I ever had a good day in Brampton. So.
Yeah. Do I see it on the screen here? Do I have to pull it up?
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Oh,
I'm gonna screen share.
High production value here.
Oh, of course.
Okay, I can hear.
You can hear?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me just drop. That's a little low. I think we can handle 720. I think we can do a nice 720 together.
If they could do 720 in 2007, we could do it now.
You're damn right.
Also, Phill is in New Brunswick, right? So, I mean, the internet out there is probably straight up garbage.
Wow.
No offense. No offense to New Brunswick. But
how are they not supposed to take that offensively?
I don't know. Offense, I guess.
All right. Well, I guess fuck New Brunswick. I don't
know. I love New Brunswick. It's great.
That's good. I'm glad someone came on who could alienate this fan base harder than me somehow. That's perfect.
Clock is here, and you're about to get fucked up.
Oh, that's it.
I know the fucking wise guys get it. Let's show them. 1, 2, 3, jump. I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Clock clock is here, and you're about to get fucked up. Yeah, I'm the fucking champ. My boots are gonna stop your head. Beat up beat, blast the heat. Bounce with me, watch you get it up. Hate, never let it in. Light it up, do it your way. Show 'em out, show it off, never obey. Don't give a fuck, get 'em out of your space. Let it outrage, just put 'em in their place.
I've done enough to know it ain't worth no feeling. I've done enough to know that I don't
Give up what? I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Clock is here, and you're about to get fucked up.
That guitar riff is very early, like West Borland, like Limp Bizkit, like style, like with that like groovy jump to it, and like the fade in to the kick in. It just felt like, you know, Dollar Bill Y'all, Limp Bizkit era stuff, which is really sick.
The DJ scratching is a lot of fun. The vocal delivery is very like Corey Taylor-y. I get that like really like that's like strong, like sort of low rasp in it. In the first video they did, go back and watch our video on that one, guys. I can't remember the name of the song off the top of my head, but like their guitarist was fully like dressed up, like almost West Borland style as well. Oh, that's
sick. Yeah.
This band is just super authentic feeling, having like the sort of like spooky synths in it instead of like having these like big mosh parts. Like it's still heavy and it still has like a mosh sensibility to it.
Yeah, I think like the default new metal, like whenever you think of like a metalcore band or a hardcore band doing new metal, they always lean to the Linkin Park side of new metal rather than like the Limp Bizkit or like and to like the bouncier like Murder Dolls-y, Limp Bizkit-y kind of like, you know, bouncy stuff, and that's the good stuff. If we can get more bands down like that, I'd be all into it. More bands down like Static X. I'm a big Static X fan, so, you know, give us some groove like that. That would be great.
Yeah, I found that a lot of bands, when they first started taking from this genre of music, they were like, oh, we'll just take the rapping aspect of it and add that to our songs. And that was the least good part of new metal. The best part was the bounce riffs. Like, I've been listening to a lot of Korn again with a entirely new set of ears on like what, like not just analyzing it for like, why isn't it heavier? Why doesn't it have breakdowns like old me would have done? Yeah. And like Korn, like even just the mix on their songs where like, I don't know whether it's the bass or the guitar or even the drums, but something in their songs, it sounds like someone's shaking like a bag of like bones around.
Yeah.
Like there's such a weird, like crispy noise going on at all times.
And I think like new metal was great because like the bass and everything was like in the forefront of the music. Like it was like you could feel the bass, you could hear the bass, and I feel
very
like
rhythm centric.
Yeah, I feel like Korn did that really well, and I don't know if it was, you know, unfortunately they were on heavy drugs at all times, so they probably can't even tell us how they did it. But something about that '90s era was just like different. Just hit differently.
To get back to old Klokwise over here, I really think that this that sounds like someone showing you this like sick early 2000s new metal band that you just weren't aware of because they were too low key.
I like that like lo-fi sound to it too. It's not like super high, like it's not overproduced. It's not like what I feel like I could hear this on a cassette or something, like in a good way. Like it feels like very intentional, like lo-fi-ish.
This is so cool. This is so even though it's like mimicking an old style, not mimicking, but like heavily taking influence from an old style, it feels so refreshing to hear a band like this.
Yeah, there's always so many insane bands coming out of Ontario, so I'm not surprised there's more every 6 months. We haven't played shows in a couple months, and you know, I feel like I've missed so much, but I'm glad it's thriving. Very sick.
I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Clock is here. Do ya give one fuck? No way. What you give two fucks? No way. How about three fuck? No way. Bring that shit back. It's a state of mind for your own protection. Back off from the negative connection. You never know where people coming from, but when they got you down, better move along, son. Keep it spinning, keep on living. Take a lot of heat, but we can't stop winning. Wanna hear you fucking shout? We don't give a fuck, that's what clock is all about. Can't give a fuck in a fucked up world. Can't give a fuck what is
God, I was not expecting that clean chorus. They haven't had one of those in any of their songs that they've released so far. It was like almost butt rock, a little bit more ethereal feeling.
Yeah, it was a nice little vibe to come in there. Wasn't expecting
Yeah.
that. I think like the vocals like he does underneath like at 156 or 157, that has to be an intentional Limp Bizkit plug right there, where the like he says, "I don't give a fuck in a fucked up world" or something. It sounds just like the way like Fred Durst would do that on a Limp Bizkit track, and that is so sick, and I love to hear that. So that little like flow from the chorus into that was, it was like a chef's kiss. It was great.
Yeah, the vocalist is really like everything has been catchy. Like there's so many good elements happening, the bounce riff, those nice like synths coming in and stuff. But really he is anchoring this whole thing and giving it such a good feeling of flow through it. Love the gang vocal use here. It's the way it comes in just so sharp and like it comes like it just goes out of the mix immediately. There's no like delay or reverb on it. It just hits and gets out of there really quick.
I'm a sucker for bands who say their name in the song a bunch of times. Honestly, 100%. It's great.
And this is the type of music that really calls for it too. Like you can write a whole album just about like you being Klokwise and you being here to fuck shit up. And like even the song we listened to before, me and Phill, the first song we heard by them, the whole song is literally from the vocalist perspective saying like, I want the crowd to move around. And that's what the whole song is about. It's a full like audience participation song. It's super sick.
I think music like this thrives in a live environment, so like making music that feels like you're there or feels like you are, being called out to, like, hey, move around, have fun, like that. It just works really well for this genre of music.
I agree.
Let me ask you one quick question, you better know the fucking answer. Do I give one fuck?
Oh, yeah.
No way. Would you give 2 fucks? No way. How about 3 fucks? No way. You can't make me give a fuck. Do I even give a fuck? No way. I ain't even seen a fuck. No way. Tell me that you give a fuck. No way. Clock is here, and you're about to get f***ed up. I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Clock is here, and you're about to get fucked up. I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Clock is here, and you're about to get fucked up.
I love that. I love that ending. That was so sick. That was
such a
awesome.
simple video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the artwork they use. The like use of like they're like it's like the Terminator basically.
Yeah.
Like I love a band that has a good idea of what sort of imagery they're gonna have right out of the get-go. It's such a fun, quick way to get involved in a band when you have this like visual representation that you can sort of hook into your mind, and then you continue to use that sort of artistry throughout. It's great.
Yeah, I've said for a while that I think like bands thrive when they are larger than themselves. Like there was like an era of music where bands and people, artists tried to be like super real and like this is me, this is like I'm super like it's realistic, and like that's not like what makes rock music and metal fun, right? Like you don't think about Korn and think about Limp Bizkit or think about any of these big bands and think about how down to earth or real they were. You think about how over the top they were, talking about how sick they were all the time, they're the best, or they had like a big character on stage, Wes Borland dressed up or whatever. So like bands thrive when they're larger than life, and I think that kind of nailed that idea.
Yeah,
I understood what they were going for. Yeah,
and the growth of Sleep Token is such a big. If they were just guys who went out on stage and were dudes in cargo shorts, like their music would still be cool and it would probably still appeal to people, but it would not be what it is. This like cult like fan base that they have now is so largely due with the fact that they were so honed in on the visual representation of how they were going to approach their band, and they gave themselves like Elden Ring style lore and like it's
and I
so
think
insane.
Like anything, like movies or gaming, like music can be like an escapism for people. So having those like huge characters is important. Yeah. So not every band has to do that, obviously. Like you can be like a Neil Diamond or whatever, but for certain genres of music, it works so well. And I think that I'm glad that a lot of bands are grabbing back onto that.
I don't think this would work nearly as well if all these like songs were like these heartfelt sort of like, again, like hardcore style, like My Chains and like I Must Overcome, and you know what I mean? Like this is just so fun, and like music should be fun sometimes, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
no, it should always. I think I am adamant that it should always be fun, but I don't think that you need to make. There's like a fine line where like you make a meme. I think I had a big talk with Phill about this recently, where like there's like a level where like your band becomes a meme, but there's like a level right before that where like it's fun and you're having fun with it. It's jokey and like you're not taking it too seriously, but it's still you're taking the music seriously. But the image behind it isn't serious, and I think that's the nice line. I mean, Cannibal Corpse does this really well, which is funny because they very clearly don't take their lyrics and music seriously, because they write songs like Head Shoveled Off, and like it's like Corpse Grinderfish is very like jokey about the music, but then you listen to the music and it doesn't sound like a joke at all. So it's like there's a nice level to that, and I think that new metal is a perfect like playground for that kind of artistic expression, I think.
This band does this really well in that way too, where it's like we're all in on the joke. You know what I mean? We get it. Like you get, and it's such a charming thing to bring to your band
100%.
too. It's like Infinite Annihilator was such a good band for that.
Yeah,
the name is insane. Like
the name's insane, the lyrics are insane, but
but you get it. It's just this big open inside joke, and it makes the band. It makes you appreciate them more.
Yeah, but you put the music on. If I was just to put it on Spotify without any other context, I'd be like, this is just like a crazy sick band. It's like, So it's great, and they nailed that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what else they do. Hopefully, they put out like a full length or something. I'd be really into that.
Shout out Klokwise. Shout out Kyle for coming on the channel and replacing Phill permanently. Phill, you're off the channel. So I don't know what to tell you. I changed the passwords. I gave them to Kyle. I guess that's it. I guess this is kind of a weird way to do this. But quite frankly, I'm a coward. And so this is how I will be approaching this topic with you.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Drive down here and fight us? I'm not going to do that.
That's true.
So
that's true. He can't do it.
See you later.
He doesn't have the gas. He can drive over the ocean.
Yeah.
There's an ocean, right?
Yeah, we have a big lake between us too. So ocean and
a lake. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro. All right. Thank you guys for watching us react. Be nice to Kyle. Tell him how much you loved having him come on here. Follow him on Instagram. Listen to Sinner. Everyone should be listening to Sinner. Sinner rules. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Stuff that we talked about at the end of the show, Tyler. Come on. We have a Lander affiliation, okay? So if you want to save yourself some money on some mixing and mastering stuff, you can use our link down there. If you liked this video, give it a like. It helps us with the algorithm. Leave a comment. Doesn't matter what you say, just leave a comment. It's free. It helps us out. We also have a join button. If you're feeling super duper generous, you can toss us 2 bones. We'll take your bones. We'll use your bones for coffees and probably coffees, because honestly, what am I going to do with 2 bones? What else can I do? But I would appreciate them, I can tell you that. Do you have any parting words?
Me? No.
Let me ask you one quick question. You better know the fucking answer. Do I give 1 fuck? No way. Would you give 2 fucks? No way. How about 3 fucks? No way. You can't make me give a fuck. Do I even give a fuck? No way. I ain't even seen a fuck. No way. Tell me that you give a fuck.